pitcher for the Mascoutah Indians, number 21, Darren Klein.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Grizzlies Ballpark here in Sauget, Illinois. As this afternoon, the Indians come to Grizzlies Ballpark to play Game 2 of their 2025 campaign after an 11-0 win yesterday at Blazer Field in O'Fallon. The Indians get set for their second game of the year today. And they will take on the new tier Trevians, who come in 1-0-1. Glad to be with you here on the Indian Sports Network. Owen Dressler joining you this afternoon. So the Indians come in a win yesterday. They come in today facing the new tier Trevians. Trevians played earlier today. Finished up about 45 minutes or so ago, as they took down East Moline United by a final of 8-4. They tied with Niles Notre Dame on Tuesday by a final of 6-6. We will only have an audio portion of this broadcast. We had some camera issues while we were setting up, so audio only for you this afternoon, but better than nothing is what I typically say. So it's Mascoutah and it is New Indians come into today. Again, I mentioned 1-0. They had an 11-0 win yesterday afternoon. That was at Blazer Field in O'Fallon. These first two games of the year, part of the PBR Showcase games that the Indians take part of. Indians have taken the field. They are getting ready for first pitch. Darren Klein is on the mound for the Indians this afternoon. Take a look at the new tier starting lineup, the visiting team today. It'll be Trey Myers at first base, Ben Toft in right, Jake Benaviga at third base, Nick Sichel is catching and cladding cleanup, Mason Bloom is in left field, C.J. Donnelly batting fifth at second base, Keenan Donaldson the designated hitter, Zach Pershik is in center, and Caden Carpenter at shortstop. The Indians around the horn of the outfield. It's Harrison Rudy and Garrison Kramer from left to right. Parker Henry, Cameron Eddy, Nolan Liebert, and Joshua Amen third to first. Carson Mull behind the plate, and he is catching for the Indians this afternoon. And off we go. First pitch over the outside corner, strike one, and we are underway here from Grizzlies Ballpark. The Indians set up with the infield back. Klein from the first base side of the rubber deals that one hit up the middle. To his right goes Liebert on the first, out there, one away, as the Indians start with out number one. So Ben Toft will come to the plate. Good start for Klein. Klein, who a season ago was a spectacular arm for the Indians, last year only a freshman, but he was spectacular. Ben Toft, the batter, left-hander, digs in, swings, hits a line drive, left center field. That ball gets down, fielded on two bounces by the Indians left fielder Tom Harrison. Toft stops at first. It's a one-out single. And one on and one away here to begin this game. The batter now is Jake Benaviga. Klein from the first base side of the rubber, instead throws back over to first. Josh Amon puts on the tag, but safely back in is Toft. Klein from the belt. The pitch is on the outside corner, strike one. 0-1 the count on Benavega, the third baseman. Klein waiting for his sign from the catcher Carson Mall. Nolan Kielbach was the catcher yesterday. The pitch is inside corner, called for a strike. And Klein is ahead 0-2. Benavega had a big day at the ballpark earlier today. He went 2 for 4, drove in 5 in the game that the Trevians played earlier today. Here's a swing and a miss as Klein sends it upstairs and gets it by Benavega. First strikeout of the day for Darren Klein. 1 man on, 2 men away, and the batter is Nick Sichel, the catcher. Sichel went 1 for 3 with a walk in that game earlier today. Right-handed batter against the right-handed Klein. A trick over to the runner, Toft. He's safe. Back standing up as Eamon puts the tag on him. Eamon will hold the runner at first. Parker Henry just behind the bag at third. Klein from the belt, another check on the runner. This time Toft back in with a dive and safely in. New Trier had 8 runs on 8 hits in their win earlier over East Moline United. They also committed 5 errors defensively. Pitch is fouled straight back. It's 0-1. Indians coming out of the third base dugout today. The Trevians operating out of the first base dugout. Wind blowing straight in from center field. Time called by Sichel. Overhead skies, 59 degrees here in Sauget. Got started just a little before 1 o'clock. Here's a swing and a miss, and the count 0-2. Klein looks over at the runner. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2 on the way is taken high. Ball 1. Top of the first inning, just underway. Again, this is an audio-only broadcast. We had some camera problems. Indians of the New Trier Trevians. And a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Nick Sichel, the cleanup man catcher. The 1-2 pitch, swinging a foul back to our right. Big gap out in right center field here for Sichel. He's also got that lower wall in right here at Grizzlies Ballpark. And then you get into center field and left, and the wall gets much taller. The count of ball, 2 strikes. A check on the runner at first. Back safely with the dive is Ben Toft. Mentioned a couple minutes ago the impressive freshman year of Darren Klein. Strikes. Klein from the belt delivers a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts and the first for Klein. And after an inning here at after a half inning at Grizzlies Ballpark, the Trevians go down with a run and with no runs, a hit, and a man left on base. The Indians will get their first at-bats of the game when we come back. This is the Indian Sports Network.
New to Mascoutah but open since 1970. New to Mascoutah but open since 1972, Joe's Pizza has plenty to offer. No matter what you're in the mood for, Joe's Pizza has a variety of options for you. Check out their handmade pizzas, pastas, subs, salads, and wings located at 215 East Main in Mascoutah. Along with their delicious food, Joe's has friendly workers, a clean and safe environment, and fast and efficient service. Don't just take our word for it, look at many reviews left by members of our own community. Available for delivery or carryout. Joe's Pizza, where every bite feels like home.
Breezy day here in Sauget, Illinois, as we welcome you back to Grizzlies Ballpark. Indians baseball on the Indian Sports Network. Take a look at the Indians starting lineup, game 2 for them this year, and it looks like this. Nolan Liebert will lead off, play second base as junior. Cameron Eddy at shortstop. Austin Musso, who pitched beautifully yesterday and hit 3 home runs as well, will DH, batting third. Josh Amon will play first. Carson Moll will catch, batting 5th. Tom Harrison bats 6th and left. Aaron Klein bats 7th and pitching. Jake Rudy in center field, he bats 8th. And Garrison Kramer batting 9th in right field. Starting pitcher today for the Trevians, it is Henrik Conniff, a senior. Second appearance already this year. He had 2 strikeouts in 1 innings pitched on Tuesday in the 6-6 tie for the Trevians. Did not allow an earned run, faced 4 batters. He did hit a man. For the Trevians around the infield, it's Benavega, Carpenter, Donnelly, Myers. In the outfield from third to first. On the outfield, Bloom, Persheik, and Tuft left to right. And Nick Sichel will catch behind the plate. So Nolan Liebert leads off for the Indians. Conniff's first pitch is inside for a ball. Indians began their season yesterday. Nolan Liebert went 2 for 3. Takes ball 2, that one high. Liebert had 2 hits, a double, a triple, and a walk. Reached base 3 times. Out of that leadoff spot for Don Eddy's ball club. 2-0 on the way. Is a strike over the outside corner. It's 2-1. The center fielder Persheik playing him to hit, playing him to right. A lot of the room in center and left. The 2-1. Inside corner, a strike. Third baseman Benavega just behind the bag at third. Myers, the first baseman, hugging the line. Conniff's 2-2. Down into the dirt, it's a full count. Cameron Eddy in the on-deck circle, the shortstop for the Indians. Liebert waiting on the 3-2 from Conniff, who goes into his windup and deals 3-2. Swinging a foul back off to the right. No one left the ballpark. Balls, 2 strikes. The leadoff man, Nolan Liebert. Henrik Conniff ready to work, and the next 3-2 delivery is fouled away. Can I mention that wind is blowing straight in from center field. The flag out there, it is blowing dead in on this partly cloudy afternoon. About 58 degrees at game time. And the 3-2 delivery home hits Liebert. It came up, nearly got him in the helmet. In fact, it may have got him in the helmet. He seems okay though. Takes it right down to first base. So the Indians get a man aboard here. And that puts Cameron Eddy in the batter's box. And they're switching out helmets with Liebert. They think it may have... Oh, his helmet. It broke his helmet. They just gave him a new one, and a bit of plastic came off of it as they tossed his other helmet back into the dugout. So, pitch came up and got Liebert. It broke his helmet, and now the batter is Cam Eddy, left-hander, a left-handed hitter. Liebert off of first base, being held on by Myers. First pitch shows bunt, pulls it back, it's outside a ball. And after showing bunt, that'll bring the third baseman Benavega in on the infield grass. Pitches outside after showing bunt. Liebert was running and he's safely in at second. Liebert picks up stolen base number 2 of the year. Had one yesterday as well, and he's in scoring position now. Pitch was called a strike. It's 1-1 here on Eddy. Shows bunt again, pulls it back. This one is off the outside corner, ball 2. 2-1 on Eddy with Liebert at second. Head coach Don Eddy going through signs at second. Conniff from the stretch looks at the runner, not being held on. The 2-1 pitch is outside, goes off the catcher's glove to the backstop, and around to third goes Liebert. So a wild pitch to a stolen base, a wild pitch, and Liebert finds himself at third with nobody out in the inning, and a 3-1 count on Cam Eddy with the Indians' best hitter in Austin Musso in the on-deck circle. Eddy yesterday went 1 for 1, had 2 walks, drove in 2 runs as well. The next pitch fouled off 3-2. So he is certainly a force. He is certainly capable with the bat in his hands. Got a good eye as well. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Conniff ready, delivers, swinging a ground ball up the middle. That is going to be stopped on a slide. But no play for the second baseman, Donnelly. It's an infield single for Eddy. A run comes in, and the Indians are up 1-0 in the first. Great play by Donnelly to keep it on the infield, but he had no chance at getting Eddy at first. And Liebert, who was going to score, and Liebert would have scored on the play anyway. So it's 1-0 Indians. Nobody out. Here's a line drive. Right field line. Fair ball down by Musso. It kicks off the sidewall. Musso's on his way to second. They'll hold the runner at third. They get the ball in quickly. It's a first pitch, 1 out, no out double for Austin Musso, and the Indians have him second and third. Still nobody out in the inning. 3 batters in, and the Indians are off to the races with the bats. And so that'll bring up Amon. So a hit by pitch, stolen base, wild pitch, put a runner at third. That allowed Eddy to pick up an RBI. Already his third of the year. And Musso now with his second double is standing at second. So second and third, nobody out for Josh Amon, the left-handed hitting first baseman who takes a strike at the knees. and does have some space in right center field. Conniff from the stretch, ready in the pitch. Strike called over the outside corner. It's 0-2. Conniff steps off the back of the rubber. The next delivery, swinging a bouncing ball to the right side. Gobbled up on a couple of hops by Donnelly. Throws to first, gets the out, but a run does score. Musso goes over to third. So an RBI for Amon, his first of the year. Moves Musso to third, brings in Eddie, and the Indians on top 2-0.
Now batting, number 14, Carson Mall.
Brings up Carson Mall. That's only the first out of the inning. Carson Mall, playing in just his first season as a full-time varsity player, had a couple of games last year, takes a big rip and hits one foul off to the right, 0-1. Again, he did play in a couple of games last year. This is his first full varsity year. The next pitch, check swing, he went. It's 0-2. All ready on the 0-2 delivery. Conniff ready with a runner at third. The 0-2 on the way. Swinging another foul back. Last year, Carson Mall had 15 plate appearances, 14 at-bats. He went 4 for 13, had a double, drove in 4 runs. So he had success in his limited number of opportunities. The 0-2. He is outside. It's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. A lot of guys on this team playing in their first opportunity full varsity seasons. The next pitch is low and away, ball 2. The New Trier infield has been drawn in, trying to keep that runner at third from scoring and making it a 3-0 deficit. Mall with an even count of 2-2. 1 man gone. Infield medium deep. The pitch outside. The count is full. So Mall has worked the count from 0-2 now to 3-2. With the infield drawn in and Musso off of third. Three and two, the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, hit to second. The runner coming home. The throw to the plate is late, and the Indians have a 3-0 lead. Carson Mall comes through. Puts the ball in play. Musso was coming all the way. And the Indians get another run on the board. 3-0 here in the first. Trevor Reinick will be the courtesy runner for the Indians. That's the catcher courtesy here that is given in high school. Tom Harrison, another one of those guys, a senior, but he spent the full season on the varsity roster last year, but did not play a ton. Now in his senior year, getting the role as the starting left fielder. First pitch is swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Harrison yesterday did not have an official at-bat. Conniff's 0-1. He is in there for a called strike, 0-2. Conniff in the stretch, the 0-2, runner goes, pitches outside, throw is off the mark, nearly into center field. It's a stolen base for Reineck. It'll go as a stolen base for Carson Ball. Ball, 2 strikes to count here on Harrison. Runner at second. And 1 out. The pitch. Swinging a line, bouncing ball to short. They're going to throw to third. And they get the runner at third base. Reineck a little bit aggressive. Going to third on the ground ball to short, so they get him on the tag play there at short. It'll be a 6-5 score that play. Harrison now at first. So 2 men out, and the next batter is the pitcher Darren Klein, a sophomore, who just had an unbelievable year from the mound a year ago. Here's a pickoff down to first. On a pitch high and away and a snap throw. Safely in there was Harrison. Next pitch is in the dirt. Throw to second on the... Here's Tom Harrison. Harrison's in there safely. It'll be a wild pitch. He went with the ball in the dirt. And the Indians are just running everywhere so far today. 2-0 the count on Klein. Klein had a walk and a run scored. In the game yesterday. Takes ball 3. Runner at second is Harrison. 3-0 on the way from Conniff is outside and low. That's ball 4. That's going to bring the 8th man to the plate in the inning. Jake Rudy will come up. The Indians ahead 3-0. Will come to the plate. They'll courtesy run Nolan Kielbach for Klein. Rudy, the center fielder, again spent most of last season with the varsity roster. Didn't get a ton of playing time. Starting in center field this year. Takes a strike on the inside corner. The Indians graduated seven of their 8 starting position players a year ago. 6 of their 8 position players a year ago. There's a strike on the inside corner, 0-2 to Rudy. Leaving only shortstop for Cam Eddy at shortstop and Josh Amon at first base. Here's a foul off to the first base side by Rudy. Count remains 0-2. Rudy last year 10 plate appearances, 5 at-bats. He went 3 for 5, 3 singles, and he did pick up 3 runs batted in. So again, another guy that in his limited time, he made the most of it. Another 0-2, swung on and missed, strike 3, so Conniff gets out of the inning. But not before the Indians put up 3 runs on 2 hits, and they leave 2 men aboard. We go to the second inning, and the Indian Sports Network gets a 3-0 lead for the Indians.
you don't need to compromise to lift for a great price. Just go to the gym. New Energy Fitness is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Work privately or sign up for one of the many available classes. So swipe your membership card and head right on in. And with an amazing atmosphere and community, you'll feel right at home. So for great prices, equipment, and everything else, head to 602 West Main Street. Apply now at newenergyfit.com or call 618-448-0331.
Top of the second inning, the Trevians coming to the plate, now trailing 3-0. Darren Klein back to work on the mound after working around a one-out single. Mason Bloom leads off for the Trevians, and he takes a first pitch ball. The next pitch, sit on the ground to second, bobbled there by Nolan Liebert. He recovers, throws to first, and he makes the play to first in time to retire Bloom, one man out. Next batter, C.J. Donnelly. Donnelly went 0 for 3 in the game earlier this afternoon for the Trevians. One out pitch, swinging a tapper foul right at home plate. It's 0-1. Donnelly, the second baseman today, takes outside a ball. Klein in his freshman year, 6 starts, went 6 into 55 innings pitched, excuse me. Here's a ball high and away, ball 1, ball 1 strike. 54 in the third innings, a 1.16 earned run average. The 2-1. Swinging a line drive to right. That ball down the line. That's going to get up into the corner. Playing it out of the corner is Kramer. Coming around and sliding into second with a one-out double is C.J. Donnelly. Klein had 34 strikeouts in his 55 innings. He was a force a year ago for the Indians. And not only that, he was only a freshman. Now in year 2 of his Indians career. One man on and one man out. And the batter, Keenan Donaldson. Carson Mull, the catcher, will go out to check with Klein, make sure they're in sync. Donaldson, the designated hitter. Who went 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout in New Trier's first game today. One out, the next delivery is outside a ball. Klein taking his time with a runner on at second. Pitching for the first base side of the rubber from the belt, delivers the next pitch. Swinging a ground ball right field. That's going to get in the out to the outfield, a base hit. Runner will get the wave home. Throw to the plate is late to the backstop. Klein does a good job of covering back there, though. Keeps the runner at first. It's an RBI hit for Donaldson to score Donnelly. And it's 3-1. Zach Pershik coming to the plate. The left-handed hitting center fielder. 1 on, 1 out. And a run in. First pitch hit on the ground to second. Liebert goes to second out there on to first. Throws it away. It goes off the brick wall. And comes right back to Josh Amon. So no advancement from the runner. But a 4-6. And that will be a fielder's choice. 2 outs, and this one is hit high in the air on the infield. Parker Henry calling for it on the left side of the infield. Got it just to the left of the mound. We will go to the bottom of the second inning, and the Indians on top of the Trevians. It's 3-1.
Need a morning cup of joe? Feeling tired after work and need an afternoon pick-me-up? Scoot on around to Scooter's Coffee to satisfy your caffeine needs. Scooter's Coffee, located across the street from Mascoutah High School, is serving up hot, fresh coffee, cold, refreshing drinks, and a variety of foods such as breakfast burritos and muffins. Scooter's is open Monday to Friday from 5:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on the weekends from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Scoot on around today.
Bottom of the second inning, the Indians ahead 3-1. Garrison Kramer leads off for the Indians. I mentioned just these guys for the Indians who have really spent time last year on the varsity roster, didn't get a ton of playing time. Here's another one, Garrison Kramer, who shows bunt, takes it back, strike 1. Gives a strike into in the outside corner. When you look at this lineup, you see Harrison, Rudy, and Kramer are the 3 names that come to mind in that regard. First pitch is a strike. Now the umpire is out about halfway between the plate and the mound, motioning out to the pitcher, telling him something. Conniff gives a bit of a thumbs up, and the umpire going back to the mound, and not exactly sure what we're discussing there. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Conniff's 1-1 delivery is inside. It backs Kramer off the plate a bit, and the count goes 2-1. Kramer ahead in the count here. Kramer did not record an official at-bat yesterday. The next pitch is swung on and missed. Mentioned again at varsity roster time. He was injured though most of the year. Only had 2 plate appearances. It's 3-2. next pitch is low in the dirt, ball 4. So Kramer is on with a leadoff walk. So once again, the Indians. Put their leadoff man aboard, and back to the top of the order it goes. Nolan Liebert. Liebert last year in his sophomore season only recorded 1 plate appearance, and he scored a run. However, he did get innings at pitcher and did play the field. Runner going, pitches inside, the pitch goes off the glove of the second baseman and into center, but good backup by the center fielder. Pershik keeps Kramer at second base, but a stolen base nonetheless for Garrison Kramer. And he is standing on second with nobody out and an 0-1 count. On Liebert. Here's the 0-1. That's middle of the plate, strike 2, an off-speed pitch. Indians ahead 3-1. Liebert in the hole, nothing in 2, and a runner at second, nobody out, bottom of the second inning, and time is called by Liebert. Liebert wearing purple batting gloves, stands close to the plate in the box. The 0-2 and away, low and away, ball 1. Kramer at second. He's got the oven mitt on his left hand and a white batting glove on his right. Takes about a 4-step lead. Nobody holding him on at second. Now the shortstop moves over, but the pitch is on the way, and that one is inside. Nearly hit Liebert again. Instead, it evens the count at 2-2. The wind coming over our broadcast here. It is windy here in Sauget. 2-2 on the way. Check swing foul into the dugout. And a nice one barehanded catch by a Nutria player down in the first base dugout. Two balls, 2 strikes. And a check on the runner at second. It's off the glove of the shortstop Carpenter. Excuse me, that's Donnelly, the second baseman. They play Liebert to take the ball to right. A lot of room in left and center. 2-2. They pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Henrik Conniff. And Liebert will get sent to the bench. And Cameron Eddy will come to the plate with one man out and a runner at second. Eddy had an infield hit his last time. That scored Liebert. Picked up an RBI as well. Give him 3 of those already this year. Runner at second. That's Liebert. The first pitch to Eddy is down and in for a ball. The outfield plays Eddy much more straight up, maybe shaded a little bit towards left and center. The pitch hit down the left field line and out of play. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Conniff ready to go to work here. Runner at second takes his lead. The pitch down and in. It gets away from the catcher, and sliding in without a throw at third is Garrison Kramer. 2 wild pitches now for Conniff. Count is 2-1 in favor of Cameron Eddy. And he now all of a sudden bats with a runner at third. The next delivery is down and in. So 3-1. Big room in right center field. The 3-1 pitch. Inside, that's ball 4. Eddy on for the second time today. Austin Musso will get an opportunity to bat here now.
Now batting, number 22, Austin Musso.
With 2 on and 1 out. Musso had a double down the right field line his last trip. That was his first double this year. Check on the runner at first. Safely in with a dive is Eddy. Kramer holds on at third. Catcher going through signs to his defense behind the plate. That's Sichel. The middle infield playing at double play depth. The corners are in here for Musso. Trying to keep this runner from scoring at third. 1 man out. The pitch. Musso takes strike. No throw, and down to second goes Eddy. The pitch was a strike, now the 0-1. Musso takes low at the knees, but it's called a strike. So 0-2, 2 outs on Musso. Conniff ready, 2 on, 2, 1 away. The pitch, moved in front of home plate, and then it bounced about well over the heads of everybody, and by the time it came back down, there was no play anywhere. So an infield single and an RBI for Musso to score Kramer. Josh Amon to the plate, and it's 4-1. Musso running on the pitch. Pitch is a strike. And Musso safely in at second. So the Indians have recovered the run they gave up in the top half of the inning. It's 4-1. Josh Amon with 1 out and a man and runners at second and third. Big left-handed bat. The 0-1 on the way from Conniff is just outside ball 1. The next delivery to Amon. Breaking ball over the outside corner, a strike. Looked to me to be a little outside, but they don't ask me. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Conniff ready, the deal to Amon. Swinging a tapper to the left side, that's a foul ball. So the count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Conniff's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Seaman strikes out. Third strikeout for Conniff, second of the inning. And Carson Mall will come to the plate with 2 on and 2 away.
Now batting, number 14, Carson Ball.
Shortstop and the catcher are going to go out and have a conversation with Conniff. Try and maybe calm him down just a tad. He's given up 4 runs, 3 hits, walked 2, walked 3, and hit a man so far today. There is action down to the bullpen. It looks like whoever they had throwing is ready to go. This ball's skied down the right field line, drifting over, and that lands in the seats. Oh and 1. The count on Mall. No balls and a strike. Runners at second and third. The 0-1 on the way. Swinging a line shot down the right field line and foul. That ball was scorched by Carson Mall, but it went just foul. The count 0-2. Mall ready once again. The 0-2 on the way from Henrik Conniff. The right-handed senior pitches, swinging a foul straight back to the screen. Off the plate of ball. Remember, last at bat for Mole, he worked the count from 0-2 to 3-2 and then ended up reaching a fielder's choice. Can't really afford a fielder's choice here with 2 outs, but so far putting together another pretty good at bat. With a 1-ball, 2-strike count. The delivery to him is swung on and missed. The ball was in the dirt. They'll throw to first and secure the out there. So the Indians pick 1 up. We go to the 3rd inning. It's the Indians 4, the Trevians 1. This is the Indian Sports Network. The New True Trevians will start the top of the 3rd inning by sending Trey Myers in the top of their order back to the plate. Trey Myers, the first baseman, grounded out his first trip. Darren Klein so far has allowed just 1 run on 3 hits in 2 innings. He has punched out 2. He's also gotten 4 ground balls. The first pitch appeared to be low, ball 1. Myers was one of those 4 ground balls. He grounded out to Nolan Liebert, the second baseman, his first time. The next delivery is over at the knee, strike 1. Not sure what was different about that pitch versus the one before it, but regardless, the count 1-1. Klein working a little quicker here in this inning. The 1-2 pitch outside, ball 2. The next delivery, 2-1 pitch, outside corner, called a strike, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Klein working quickly here in this 3rd inning. His 2-2 is swung on and fouled, a good breaking ball. The next pitch, swinging a line drive up the middle of base hit. So Ben Toft will be the batter. Toft had a base hit to left his first time. Leadoff single here for the Trevians. Klein will work out of the stretch. And the first pitch is down and in for a ball, 1-0. Toft's playing right field today. The 1-0. Breaking ball, outside corner, a strike. Klein slows his tempo down a bit when he gets runners on. Just, I guess, trying to throw those runners off. The next pitch is low and inside for a ball. To count 2-1. Infield looking for the double play. Outfield medium deep here on Toft. The 2-1 delivery is inside corner, a strike called. Balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first. That is Myers. Klein from the first base side of the rubber delivers the pitch. Swing and a high line drive left center field. That ball is trouble into the gap and dropping it in left field is Tom Harrison. Harrison tracked it, nearly had it. Looked like then maybe he overran it a bit and kind of make an awkward move backwards with his glove, and it fell right out of his glove. That'll be an error. So nobody out, runners at first and second. Be an E7 on Harrison. That ball should have been caught. I thought for a moment maybe it would get into the gap. Harrison did manage to track it, actually overran it. Here's Jake Benavega, the 3rd baseman for the Trevians, who made the drive down from Winnetka, Illinois, down here to Sauget. It's the first one foul to the right, 0-1. Indians a much shorter drive, just about a 35-minute drive from Mascoutah. Part of the reason that New Trier are playing 2 games today. Part of this prep baseball PBR Metro East Kickoff Classic. Nothing won the count here on Benavega, and he is hit. Ball came in, got him just on the arm. So that is going to load the bases here, with nobody out in the inning. And head coach Don Eddy is going to make a trip out to the mound. Nobody has been warming up in the bullpen, though, for the Indians. But they're all loaded for the cleanup man, Nick Sichel. I do once again want to apologize, as the meeting on the mound continues, for the lack of a video production today. We were hoping to have video, but we had some camera problems come up, and so it is audio only. But we hope you're able to kind of follow along with the game and keep things and enjoy some afternoon baseball, essentially on the radio. Here's a swing and a miss by Nick Sichel, 0-1. Sichel struck out swinging his first time up back in the first inning. This time, though, batting with the bases loaded and nobody out. They're all loaded. The corners, third baseman Parker Henry is even with the bag. The rest of the infield back playing for a double play. The pitch, inside corner, a strike, 0-2. The infield, it looks like they'll concede 2 for the price of 1. A double play for the run here. 2, nobody out, 0-2 the count. Sichel was struck out his first time. Klein from the belt. The 0-2 on the way, fouled off. I'll tell you this, if you know Darren Klein at all, you know that he's not gonna appear phased no matter the scenario. It could be the most stressful situation on the planet, and he will not look the slightest bit phased. He is as even keel as they come. 0-2. Pitches. Takes high, ball 1. To the count. Outfield straight away. Infield looking for the double play. They'll concede 2 for the price of 1. One and 2. We're in the top of the third inning. The Indians ahead 4-1 over the Trevians. Nick Sichel the batter, the pitcher is Darren Klein. The 1-2 on the way. Swinging a foul, tipped it home. Count a ball and 2 strikes. Klein deals. Strike three called over the outside corner. Klein bears down and gets a strikeout. And now the Indians can breathe just a bit easier as a double play, as they are essentially one pitch away from getting out of the inning. Mason Bloom, the batter. Bases remain loaded, now one out instead of none. Bloom holds the bat, now wiggles it around and brings it back. The right-handed batter takes a breaking ball, strike called over the inside corner. Bloom holding his bat out in front of him for an extended period of time. Now brings it back, ready to go. Klein ready as well. The 1-2 on the way. Swing and a line drive in the right center field. That ball is down, a base hit. It gets past Rudy. One run is in. Here comes another. Holding it third is Benavega. The second goes Bloom, and it's a 4-3 game. A 2 RBI double from Mason Bloom. Bloom hit that ball into the right center field gap. It was not fielded cleanly. And now with one out, runners at second and third. The batter is C.J. Donnelly, who doubled his first time. Here's a strike over the inside corner. Nothing in one to count. Second and third, the runners lead. This pitch lined to right. That ball's down. Played by Kramer. That's going to bring in two, and New Trier is going to have the lead 5-4. A 2-run single to right from C.J. Donnelly, and all of a sudden it's 5-4. And the Trevians have put up 4 runs here in this third inning and still only one away. Keenan Donaldson, the batter. Klein up to 44 pitches now. This ball is popped in the air deep to right. Into the corner, and that's going to drift foul and out of play. That ball was hit very deep into the corner. 5 runs, only 4 earned though for Klein. 45 pitches, 34 of them have been for strikes. He has not thrown very many balls, and he has not walked anybody. Checks on the runner at first, safely in with a dive. Keep in mind, there was that error earlier in the inning by Tom Harrison in left when he dropped the fly ball out there. This ball's low and off the plate, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Donaldson, the designated hitter. Klein looks over at the runner, now brings his glove to his belt. His 1-1 is over for a strike. It's 1-2. Look like a changeup. One ball, two strikes. The next delivery, swinging a foul. That one off to the right, out of play. Head coach Don Eddy has not sent anybody to the bullpen. But I'd say most likely he'll do that at the end of the inning. Most likely trying to wait and pull somebody who's already in the field to get warm. See if Klein can finish this inning. One ball, two strike count. The pitch. Strike three called over the outside corner. So Klein able to pick up a strikeout there. He gets Donaldson looking, and the batter now Zach Pershik, the New Trier catcher. First pitch is off the plate for a ball. Perchik 1 for 3 in the first game of the day for New Trier earlier. He had a strikeout and he scored a run. The next delivery is hit foul down the left field line off the screen and into the bullpen area. I'll say, you go to the bullpens here at Grizzlies Ballpark, you really have to be paying attention. Because it is very easy for a ball to come at you, for a foul ball to come at you down there. One ball, one strike on Pershik, the left-handed hitting center fielder. Klein's pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. Runner breaks late. And the throw goes into center. And the runner goes to third. That is Donnelly. It was a late delayed steal for Donnelly. Might have caught I think Carson Mull, the catcher, read it all the way. It was a decent throw. I think he caught the infielders off guard, Eddie and Liebert. And the throw went off of Liebert's glove and into center. And now the runner, Donnelly, stands at third. This ball hit in the air down the line at third and foul. One ball, two strikes. The next delivery. Check swing, held up, the ball taken low and in. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count with 2 gone here in the inning, and the runner at third is Donnelly. Again, the 1-2 and away, swinging a fly ball, hit to left, down the line, chasing after it is Harrison, and it drifts out of play, foul. Again, Klein at 55 pitches. 41 of them for strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 gone to the inning. The next delivery fouled out of play off to the left side. Off the roof of the Grizzlies team store and bounces out of the ballpark. Top of the third inning. 5-4 New Trier. Runner at third is Donnelly. The batter, Zach Pershik, the center fielder. The 2-2. Swing and a live fly ball. Out to shallow left. Harrison calling for it. He makes the catch and the inning ends. But a big inning for the New Trier Trevians as they pick up 4 runs on 3 hits and they 1 error for the Indians. They leave a man We're going to the bottom of the fourth. New Trier leads 5-4. We go to the bottom of the third inning, and New Trier has made a pitching change. It's Justice Hernandez who comes into the game, making his season debut for New Trier. Tom Harrison leads off the inning, and the first pitch comes in low. Hernandez looking to throw just a little bit harder than Conniff. At least that's what it seems like. The next pitch is swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. It appears, it looks like the Indians do have somebody warming up. I can't quite make out who that is down that right field line. Harrison calls time. I almost think it could be Nolan Liebert, who isn't due up for a couple of batters. A 1-1 on the way to Harrison is a check swing. They will go to first to see if he swung. He did not, and it's 2-1. So 2-1 the count here to Harrison. Bounced into a fielder's choice his first time. Swings, and it's this ball hard to center. But right there is Pershik to make the play. Hit that ball hard and on a line, but right to the center fielder. So Klein will come into the game, or excuse me, will stay in the game to hit. My guess is if Liebert comes into pitch, Klein will go in and play the infield in some capacity. The next delivery, swinging a high fly ball out to shallow center. Calling for it is the center fielder. He can't make the catch. The second baseman drifted out. He was called off by Pershik. The center fielder was sprinting in, who went then into a dive and couldn't make the play. It dropped in. It's a pop-up single for Klein, and he's on with one out. Pitch is outside Jake Rudy. So a big break there for Darren Klein and the Indians here. They get the tying run aboard with one out in the inning. Rudy, 1-0 pitch, fouled straight back. So for Conniff today, final line on him. Have that for you in just a moment. Next pitch is a strike, and now another strike in as well. It's 0-2. Hernandez stepped off, now steps back in, getting his sign. Rudy ready to go. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing, line to center field, and another well-struck baseball, but right to the center fielder. So twice in the inning, the Indians have had luck not go their way, and there's two away in the inning. So as I mentioned, the final line on Conniff, 2 innings pitched, gave up 3 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He walked 3 and struck out 4. Here's a strike on the outside corner to Garrison Kramer. Kramer walked and scored in the second. Indians have scored in every inning of the game so far. Check on Klein, he's safe. Indians picked up 3 in the first, a run in the second. Nutrier did not a run in the second, and then 4 in the third. Here's a swing and a miss by Kramer. It's 0-1. Wind has ever so slightly changed directions, now coming in and from a little more of right center than dead center. The next pitch is fouled off, 0-2 on Kramer. Indians having a hard time catching up to Hernandez. Justice Hernandez's season debut, throwing much harder, it appears, than Conniff did. Here's a pitch, misses inside for a ball. Check on the runner. Klein safely in at first. Klein, who's been on base twice today, but left stranded both times at first base. 1-2 pitch on the way. Kramer takes outside for a ball. Good job by the catcher Seychelles to get over and keep that ball from going to the backstop. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 2 gone in the inning. big room, a lot of room left center field. This pitch is fouled off of the leg of Kramer. And we'll do it again at 2-2. Two strikes. The next pitch, Kramer takes strike 3 called. An off-speed pitch, locked him up. And New Trier, for the first time today, holds the Indians to 0 runs. End of the third inning, we head to the fourth. The Indians trail the Trevians 5-4.
We all know you have spirit, but how do you show it? How do you really let them know? What you need is spirit wear. What you need is Warrior logo wear. Your one-stop shop for everything Mascoutah related. And if they don't have it, they can make it. So come down to 12 East Main Street and order now.
Indians come in with a new pitcher to start the fourth inning. Nolan Liebert entering into the game. Darren Klein finishing 3 innings, allowing 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, walking nobody. He punched out 4. And so Liebert comes in, and with New Trier trailing 5-4. Or with New Trier leading 5-4. First pitch is fouled off by Caden Carpenter. Liebert making his season debut on the mound. Last year for Liebert, he pitched in 3 games. And in 15 innings, gave up 10 earned runs at a 4.67 earned run average. The next delivery outside a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Carpenter, Myers, and Toft to lead off the inning here for the Trevians. Out of the 2025 PBR Kickoff Metro East Kickoff Classic. Here's a pitch taken high, ball 2. 2-1 from Liebert is down and in for a ball, 2-1. Liebert in his 15 innings last year struck out 14, walked 6. His 3-1 pitch is hit on the ground at third, bobbled by Parker Henry. Throw across the diamond is in time to get Carpenter. Just got him by a step at first. 1 man gone here in the 4th inning. excuse me, that is Darren Klein who has moved over to play at third. Darren Klein has moved over to third. Parker Henry moving to second with Liebert entering to pitch. The one-out pitch is low and away, ball one. To the leadoff man, Trey Myers. Almost foul. One ball, one strike. On Myers, Liebert. Out of the windup. Gets his sign from Carson Mull, and the 1-1 delivery is an off-speed, low and inside ball two. Myers had a base hit in the third inning, led off the third inning with a single, and eventually came in to score. He's ahead in the count, 2-1. The next pitch, tapped foul at home plate, caught a bit of the umpire. Cheers coach going out, make sure the umpire's okay, and also give him a baseball. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. On the New Trier leadoff man, Trey Myers. Liebert ready to work from the first base side of the rubber, the 2-2. Swinging a ground ball up the middle, a base hit. Second hit of the day for Myers. And it's a 1-out single.
Now batting, number 8, Mascoutah.
So a runner at first. Runner at first, no, but with 1 away. Ben Toft will be the batter, hitting left-handed against the right-handed throwing Liebert. Throw over to first, and safely in is Myers. Klein plays even with the bag at third. Kramer is deep in right. The first pitch is fouled off to the left side, and that one out of play, out of the ballpark. Toft did hit a home run in the game earlier today for New Trier. Again, and it is a doubleheader today for New Trier. They played East Moline United earlier today. The 0-1 pitch is a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-2. Liebert steps off, rubs the baseball with his fingers. And now ready to work again with an 0-2 count on Toft. Toft hit that fly ball to left that was dropped by Tom Harrison. That led to a lot of what transpired in that last inning. This one taken into the dirt and outside, ball one. One ball, 2 strikes. Runner leads off the first, and the 1-2 and away. Just outside, ball 2, a delayed steal by Myers. He takes second without a throw. Ball was slow to get the ball back to the mound, and Myers read it beautifully and took second. runner in scoring position with a 1-2 count on Toft, who has singled and reached on an error, scored a run today. Gone to the opposite field twice as well. 1-2, swing and another foul. One ball, 2 strikes. Liebert working for the first base side of the rubber from the stretch. The pitch. Low and inside, ball 2. Ball motioning out to Liebert, saying calm down a little bit. Indians trailing 5-4. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 man out. Runner at second here in the top of the 4th. And the delivery, swinging a line drive. 1 hopper to second. Henry's got it. Throw to first. In time to get Toft. To third goes Myers. That ball was hit hard to second, but it was handled there by Parker Henry. Jake Benavega coming to the plate. He was hit by a pitch in the 3rd, scored a run. Struck out swinging in the 1st inning, so 0 for 1 with a run scored today. Comes to the plate with a runner at 3rd base. 2 men out, and the first pitch to him, swinging a ground ball to short. Eddie to his right, makes the play, throw to first in time. And Nolan Liebert able to work through a scoreless 4th inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Indians trail the New Trier Trevians 5-4. You're listening to the Mascoutah Indians Sports Network.
From the auditorium, where we show the passion and hard work of our students, to the classrooms, where our faculty dedicate themselves to shaping the next generation of scientists and engineers. From the weight room, where we inspire our students to be a better version of themselves, to the courts and fields where history is made and memories are saved. From representing our school to just being a part of the community, we are Mascoutah, the high school of choice.
To the bottom of the 4th inning, and it's the top of the order for the Indians. Nolan Liebert to lead things off. Justice Hernandez still in the game for the Trevians, and the first pitch is low, ball 1. Hernandez had his hat fly off his head. Liebert was hit by a pitch in the 1st. He came in to score. He struck out swinging in the 2nd. This pitch is inside a ball, 2-0. Liebert, Eddie, Musso here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's a strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Mentioned it every time that he's been up to the plate, but they are giving him a ton of room in left center field. The 2-1 is swung on and missed. It's 2-2. Also a fair amount of room down the left field line as Mason Bloom in left trying to make up as much as he can for the shifting of Pershik into right center. So left center and then down the line, if he were to dead pull one, he could potentially turn a dead pull down the left field line into a triple, which is much ground as Bloom has to cover. 2-2, instead stepping off is Hernandez. The next offering is fouled straight back. Top of the order has been on base 5 out of 6 times today. The top 3 men in the order. 2 hits from Musso, a single and a walk from Cameron Eddy, and a hit by pitch from Liebert. Here's a swing and a miss. Ball's in the dirt. Throw to first, though, is in time to get Liebert. So he strikes out and they handle him at first. Hernandez with his second strikeout coming out of the bullpen. And one away for Cam Eddy. So Eddy now will bat and he takes off the plate for a ball. Eddy on base twice, an RBI infield hit in the first, and then made it around to third in the second. He fouls this one off. 1 ball, 1 strike. See what the Indians can come up with here in this bottom of the 4th, trailing by a run. The pitch skips in, ball 2. Still getting those gusts of wind here this afternoon. The next delivery is taken low, ball 3. Hernandez is pitching with his shirt untucked. The 3-1 is low, ball 4. So Cameron Eddy has been on base now in basically every plate appearance other than one in the early portion of this season. He did have a sac fly yesterday. 1 out, and the pitch is outside for a ball. But save for a sac fly, Cam Eddy has been on base in every plate appearance he's had this year. 2 walks today, had 2 walks yesterday, had a hit yesterday, has a hit today. Takes here low, ball 1, does Austin Musso, the first pitch he sees. Musso has hit the ball, has lined to right, come around to score with a double to right in the first. Had a chopper infield single in the second that drove in a run. He stole a base there as well. The 1-0 on the way. From Hernandez instead of check on the runner at first in Eddy. The next delivery is a strike called over the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Musso calls time, steps out, now steps back into the batter's box. Runner at first, one out, 1 ball, 1 strike to Musso. Instead of check or a look at the runner at first base. The next pitch, breaking ball, high and away, 2-1. Twice now, Hernandez has stepped off and then immediately gone back onto the rubber, kind of almost like he wants to quick pitch the hitter, but the Indians have picked it up both times and called time immediately. The next pitch, swinging a high fly ball to center, but it will be catchable by Pershik. That ball was hit hard and it was a loud out, but with that wind blowing straight in, it knocked it straight down. If that wind is not there, that ball would have gone a lot farther than it did. If you're Austin Musso, that is an unfortunate out. 2 men gone here, and now Josh Heyman, the batter. Next pitch over to first and safely in is Amon. This ball hit on the ground to second. Sliding stop made by Donnelly over to first. Picked out of the dirt by Myers. And the inning is over. So the Indians are sent down without much of a threat. We go to the 5th inning and the Trevians lead the Indians 5-4. We head to the 5th inning. Nolan Liebert back to work. After a clean top of the 4th, he goes back to work here in the 5th to face Nick Sichel, who has struck out twice, both facing Klein. First pitch is a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Liebert worked around a 1-out single in the 4th. Had 3 ground ball outs. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, nothing in 2. The 0-2 and away. Swinging a foul, that's going to go out of play off to the right. No balls, 2 strikes. Nick Sichel is the batter. And the 0-2. Swinging a ground ball hit hard off the glove of Klein and into left. That'll be a base hit. Was going straight through the hole. Klein. So I was surprised that Klein was able to get a glove on it. It's a single for Sichel. And the batter will be Mason Bloom. Checking the runner at first, safely in, is Sichel. Bloom double to right, brought in 2 runs in the 3rd inning. That was part of the 4-run third that New Trier put up against Klein. Here's the next offering. That's taken outside. Snap throw to first, not in time. Back in with a head first slide to Sichel. So 1 ball and no strikes. Another throw over and safely in again with a head first slide. Klein equal the bag at 3rd. 1 ball and no strikes. The batter is Mason Bloom. The pitch is a strike. It's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. The next delivery, swing and a miss on an off speed. It's 1-2. Was a beautiful off speed pitch that time from Liebert. Another check on a runner at first. Safely in is Sichel. And the 1-2 on the way is over the inside corner, strike 3 called. A backdoor breaking ball locks up Mason Bloom. Liebert has his first strikeout of the game, first strikeout of the year for the junior right-hander. And there's 1 gone for C.J. Donnelly. Next pitch is low for a ball. Here's another pitch, that's low, ball 2. It gets away from Carson Ball, and taking second is Sichel. So a wild pitch puts a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Keep in mind, Liebert had this same situation in the 4th and then got 2 ground balls, got out of the inning. So we'll see what he can do here. He's behind on Donnelly, 2-0. A lot of room in the right. This ball's pulled down the first base line. Diving stop by Amon. He throws to first. He gets thrown at the home, not in time. New Trier leads it 6-4 on some very aggressive and attentive base running by Nick Sichel. A great stop by Amon, diving down the first base line. Great work by Liebert to cover the base. They got the out there. But Sichel never stopped coming around third, and he scored easily at home. And New Trier leads 6-4. So now Liebert with 2 outs will face Keenan Donaldson. First pitch missed for a ball. Base is empty. 1 ball and no strikes. And the 1-0 delivery. Swinging a ground ball up the middle to his right. Henry throws to first, gets the out, and the inning is over. A run on a hit, nobody left for the Trevians. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 6-4. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning, and New Trier has brought in a new pitcher. Justin Roche, a senior, into the game, a left-hander. He'll face Carson Mole to begin this game, and the first pitch is hit fouled on the right field line. Mole 0 for 2. He had a fielder's choice RBI in the first. Roush has thrown an inning of work this year. He has faced 3 batters, retired all 3. All 3 put the ball in play. Pitch is low, ball 1. So making his second appearance of the year. 1 ball and 1 strike, the lefty deals. Swinging a bouncing ball to short. Played there by Carpenter. Throw to first. That's in time. 1 away. Tom Harrison to the plate. He's 0 for 2. See if the Indian right-handed heavy lineup can do something against the lefty Roche. The next pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. They give Harrison the room in left center field. The pitch is outside, ball 1. Harrison choking up, or was choking up on the bat, now brings his hands back down to the knob. And the 1-1 pitch is in for a called strike. It's 1-2. Harrison does not leave the batter's box in the 1-2 pitch, swinging a foul back behind home plate. One ball, 2 strikes, and the delivery is down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A lot of room in left center here for Harrison. The 2-2. Breaking ball off the plate outside. So a full count here for Harrison. He's ready to go to work in a check swing. He won around, strike 3. So Harrison strikes out. First strikeout of the season for Rosh. And Darren Klein back to the plate. Klein is 1 for 1. He had a base hit in the 3rd. Walked in the 1st. He's been left stranded at first base twice. And this one he takes low. The 1-0 is high ball 2. New Trier leading the Indians 6-4. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 1-0 on the way, swinging a looping line drive to left. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Darren Klein on base 3 times today. His 2nd hit. This one with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Clearly not letting how the day on the mound went affect him at the plate. He's come to the plate twice since being taken out of the game on the mound, and both times he's come up, put the ball in play, and found some outfield grass. 2 outs, and the first pitch to Jake Rudy hits him. So that'll put the tying run on base with 2 outs, and Garrison Kramer with a chance to extend the inning. Get this game back to the top of the order, which has been very productive for the Indians today. Kramer walked and scored in the 2nd inning. Here's a swing, ground ball, snagged at the mound by Rosh. And he flips over to first and gets the out. So the Indians' semi-rally is held short in the 5th inning. We go to the 6th. And the Indians are on trail the Trevians 6-4. into the 6th inning. Nolan Liebert still in the game for the Indians as he has gone 2 scoreless innings. Excuse me, he's given up a run. 6-4 is the score. But Liebert's still out on the mound, and the first pitch of the inning is hit in the air down the line and left. That one drifting into foul territory. Harrison can't get there. Lands foul. Zach Pershik leading off for the Trevians. 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 4 men left on today for the Trevians. And the 0-1 is taken high and outside, ball 2. The Indians have 4 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and they have left 8 men on. So they have certainly had their chances and are trailing by 2. Here's a pitch taken inside, 2 balls and a strike. Liebert's pitch. Strike on the outside corner. It's 2-2. Josh Heyman at first base, playing on the outfield grass. The next pitch is a breaking ball, gets away a little bit. Mo was able to catch it, but it looked like it almost looked like it slipped out of the hand of Liebert. It's 3-2. Full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Liebert ready, and the next delivery. Swinging a foul off to the left. Three balls and 2 strikes. Liebert steps on the rubber. And the 3-2 on the way is low, ball 4. Pershik reaches base for the 2nd time. And the batter will be Caden Carpenter, the 9-hole hitter, playing shortstop today for the Trevians. With the runner at first, that'll bring Darren Klein to play even with the bag at 3rd. Amon will move over to hold the runner. And the middle infielder of Eddie and Henry will play double play defense. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. The pitch on the way, a bunt is shown and bunted foul. Carpenter popped up to 3rd, grounded out to 3rd today. The 0-1 bunted to the right side, going to be played by Liebert, and he misses, and then he botches it. Liebert had it, played it, and it looked like he was indecisive about whether he wanted to run over and try to tag the runner or throw to first, and in doing so, lost the handle on the baseball. Everybody's safe. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. It'll be an error on Nolan Liebert. Here's Trey Myers. Myers fouls the first pitch out of play. Myers 2 for 3 of 2 singles, a run scored, and a stolen base today. Nothing in 1 the count. First and second, nobody out. Top of the 6th. We're at Grizzlies Ballpark in Sauget, Illinois. Throw back to the second is not in time. The runner slides in safely. That's Pershing. Runners at first and second. Klein even with a bag at third. The pitch is low. Ball 1. Liebert steps off. As Kielbach run through signs again. Brian Wibbles heading out to the mound. The bullpen, for the Indians. Liebert again steps off, keeping the runners honest. With Pershik at second and Carpenter at first. One ball, one strike. Liebert from the belt. Deals. Swing, ground ball, left side, base hit. Stop sign put on at third. The bases will be loaded, nobody out. 3 hits on the day for Myers. And that'll bring up Ben Toft, the right fielder, to the plate, who has singled, reached on an error, and grounded out. Left-handed batter. Infield will come in and try to keep that that runner at third from scoring. First pitch is in there for a strike. Again, I said Brian Wibbles down to the bullpen for the Indians. Didn't waste much time warming up. He is already throwing off the mound. The 0-1 from Liebert. Swing and a fly draw right center field. That ball is down into the gap. To the wall it goes. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Another one on their way to the plate. Throw going to third. It's a 3-run triple for Ben Toft. And the Indians all of a sudden down 9-4. And still nobody out in the 6th. Indians will send out their pitching coach Jay Voss to have a conversation with Liebert. Buy some time for Wibbles here. That ball split the gap, couldn't have hit it in a better spot, got all the way to the low wall in right. And you had every runner moving. As soon as that ball was hit, there was no doubt in anybody's mind, I think, about if that ball was going to be a hit or not. And you know Ben Toft was thinking triple all the way. He had a home run to right in the first game of the day for New Trier. Infield still in for the Indians here, trailing 9-4. Liebert deals. Strike 1 to Jake Benavega. Next delivery, swinging a ground ball. Liebert snaps it on the mound. Throws to first to get the out after looking the runner at third back. So one man gone. And Nick Sichel will bat with a runner at third and one out. He had a base hit to left, scored a run to the fifth. First pitch taken outside, ball one. One ball, no strikes. This pitch hit high into the air, and that one will go foul. That ball was hit a mile in the air and ended up landing in the kids zone down the left field line here at Grizzlies Ballpark. One ball, one strike on Sichel. Infield is in. One out. The pitch. Outside, ball two. Two balls and a strike. And the pitch on the way, swinging up high, pop up. That one drifting out of play. Liebert has thrown 51 pitches, 32 of them for strikes. Darren Klein today threw 57 pitches, 43 of them for strikes. Two and two to count. Swinging another foul ball out of play. Two balls, two strikes with one man out in the inning and a runner at third. The next delivery is hit high in the air down the right field line. That one drifts foul and out of play again. So a long battle here between Nick Sichel and Nolan Liebert. Brian Wibbles has come in from the bullpen. It appears he will be ready to go here shortly. The 2-2. Swing and a high pop behind the plate. And that one lands in the seats. Two balls, two strikes here. Liebert from the stretch with a runner at third. Another 2-2 on the way to Nick Sichel. Swing and a line drive to left, that's fair. Down the left field line, it goes all the way into the corner, bouncing around for Harrison. Sichel will go to second, another run is in. It's a one-out double, and it's 10-4. RBI double for Nick Sichel. Toft comes in to score. And just like that, it's double digits for New Trier And the Indians make a pitching change. Brian Wibbles will enter the game. 10-4 Trevians.
Entering the pitch for the Indians, number 7, Brian Bowles.
New pitcher into the game for the Indians. It's Mason Bloom. New Trier leads Mascoutah 10-4. 1 out, 6th inning. Runner at second. And Brian Wibbles, pitching from the third base side of the rubber, delivers a strike into Mason Bloom. It has been a long 6th inning. 4 runs into the inning. Second 4-run inning of the game for the Indians. Here's a breaking ball low and outside for a ball. Both big innings for New Trier, by the way, have come with Indian errors. Tom Harrison had the dropped fly ball in the third in left field, and the misplayed bunt by Nolan Liebert here in the 6th. The next pitch is just outside of ball 2-1 to Bloom. Pitching ready from the belt, and deals a swing and a line drive to right center. That ball is downplayed on a bounce by Kramer and right. Coming in to score is Sichel. That'll close the book on the day for Nolan Liebert. And still only 1 out, a runner at first. And an RBI single for Mason Bloom. That closes the book on Liebert. It'll be 6 runs, 4 earned for Liebert today. And his final line looks like this: 2 1/3 for 2 1/3 innings, 6 runs, 4 earned on 4 hits, a walk and a strikeout. This ball is low, gets past Carson Mull, goes to the backstop. Taking second is Mason Bloom. It is a 7-run lead, 11-4 here in the 6th. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch is off the plate. Ball, or that's in there for a strike. 1-1. ball and 1 strike. Wibbles ready and pitches. That one in the dirt gets away from Maul to third. Goes Bloom. And so Bloom is at third base with 1 out. Count is 2-1. Wibbles working out of the stretch, runner at third, 1 out. The 2-1 on the way, swinging a line shot, but that's hit foul. 2-2 down the right field line. Balls, 2 strikes. Wibbles trying to retire the first batter, his first batter, and this ball's popped up. Foul territory. Carson Mull drifting. He makes the catch. Just to the left of home plate, and finally the second out of the inning. And so now it'll be Keenan Donaldson, the 9th man to bat here in the 6th. We do have Keenan Donaldson has been pinch hit for. Here's ball in the dirt, ball 1. Charlie Donlin is into the game as a pinch hitter. Number 26, batting left-handed. The next pitch high and tight. It's 1-0, 2-0. One strike. And the pitch is hit foul down the left field line. Donlin ready to work. And the pitch from Wibbles fouled straight back. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, and a runner at third. A long top of the 6th inning here. That has put New Trier ahead by 7. There is another game following this one as part of this PBR Metro East Kickoff Classic. To the count, Wibbles delivers a pitch just off the outside part of the plate. It's full 3-2. Wibbles deals 3-2 inside ball 4. So that will bring the 10th batter to the plate in the inning. New Trier will bat around.
Now batting, number 2, Austin Lloyd.
And another pinch hitter for Pershing. It's Austin LeBoyer. Indians had a small meeting on the mound. Boyer's first appearance of the day. Batting left-handed, runners at first and third. First pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Strike. The umpires are having a conversation now. They've come together just to the right of the mound. And LeBoyer digs back in. 10th man to bat in the inning, Austin LeBoyer. The Trevians have scored 5 and lead 11-4. Time is called. Nothing in one to count the pitch. And the dirt ball 1. This ball hit in the air to left. Drifting over and making the catch, Tom Harrison. And he ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And New Trier leads 12-4. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Brian Wibbles takes ball 1 high from Justin Roche. Wibbles into the game, batting now after he replaced Liebert on the mound at the top of the inning. This ball is fouled off. Nothing into the count. batting right-handed. The 0-1. Down to the dirt, ball 1. Two balls, two strikes here on Brian Wibbles. Justin Roche ready to go. The 2-2 on the way is fouled straight back to the screen. Roche worked a scoreless 5th inning. This ball's looped into the right side, and back to grab it is the second baseman, Donnelly, 1 man away. Cameron Nettie will come to the plate now. He's been on base 3 times. And the first pitch missed for a ball. Sun's starting to try to make an appearance here, burn off some of these clouds. The 1-0 pitch is fouled back by Eddie. In fact, the angle of the sun is bearing down almost right on my face here in the press box here at Grizzlies Ballpark. The 1-1 on the way is a strike called to the outside corner. It's 1-2. A lot of room in right center for Eddie. Batting left-handed. Swallows and rolls over this ball to second. Throw to first is in time. 2 outs. Yeah, with 2 gone, Austin Musso will come to the plate. Musso a double and a single today. He has an RBI. Flew out to center. And a pitching change coming here. Looks like the new Trier doesn't want a lefty facing, never mind, he's bringing in a lefty to face Musso. And it is James Berman who is entering this game. As we get it is James Berman who is coming into this game. Left-handed pitcher. Roche will get an inning in 2/3. He'll have 1 hit allowed, no walks, no runs, and a strikeout to his credit today. And it has been, and the story of this game has been the opportunities taken by New Trier and the bullpen of New Trier as well, allowing only 2 hits and no runs in 3 2/3 innings, in relief of Henrik Conniff, who gave up 4 runs in 2 innings. The Indians have been held off the scoreboard since then. So again, James Berman is the pitcher. He'll face Austin Musso to start off here with 2 outs in the inning. And the first pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. So 2 out of 3 today. Next pitch inside, ball 2. The 2-0 on the way. That one is high. So Musso 3-0 count here. Indians trailing by 7, just need something to get themselves going. The next delivery taken high. Musso on with a walk with 2 outs in the 6th. And the batter will be Josh Amon with a runner at first and 2 outs. Amon 0 for 3, did have an RBI ground out in the first. The next delivery is in there, strike 1. Melding in 1 the count. Berman from the first base side of the rubber, the lefty deals inside, ball 1. Lefty on lefty here, Berman to Amon. The one ball, 1 strike pitch high over the head of the catcher Sichel, and Musso makes his way to second. So the count a ball and 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 on the way is the outside corner, strike 2. Amon holding the bat, choking up on the bat just a hair. The 2-2 on the way, up and in, and hits. Amon up on the shoulder. Just barely grazed him. He'll take the trot to first. And Carson Mull coming to the plate here. So Berman has come in, has walked Musso, thrown a wild pitch, and has now hit Amon. And so we'll see what Carson Mull can do here. The first pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Mull bounced into a fielder's choice, but drove in a run in the first. Struck out in the second. He grounded out to shortstop in the 5th. Batting with 2 outs and 2 men aboard here in the 6th. And it's a line drive in the left center field. That's down base hit. Musso comes in to score. So the Indians pick up a run there. It's 12-6. Or, yeah, 12-5, excuse me. Amon stopped at second. Musso scores his 2nd run of the day. And Nathan Walker will come into the game for Tom Harrison. Walker, left-handed batter against the left-handed pitcher. The pitch. Strike called. Outside corner. This ball tapped foul at home plate. It's 0-2. Walker making his second plate appearance. Did have a plate appearance yesterday. He walked, in which he walked. Trailing in the count, nothing in 2 here. Chokes up on the bat just a hair. Waiting on a pitch from Berman. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. It gets away. Nutrier thought the ball got away. Nutrier thought that it was a foul ball. The umpires will have a conversation about it. I didn't hear it hit the bat, but they're gonna rule that it was not a foul ball, and so that's gonna load the bases for Darren Klein, who's been on base 3 times today. Or at least I think that's what they're gonna roll. And that is indeed so. It's a strikeout, but Walker able to get to first. Runners, they're loaded up with 2 outs for Klein. It's 12-5. The pitch is a strike on the inside corner. The 0-1 to Klein is in there, strike 2. Amon at third, Mole at second, and Walker at first. Wouldn't take much to get the Indians back into this game. 0-2 to Klein. The ball's in the dirt, corralled by the Nutrier catcher. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Trevians giving Klein a lot of room in left center field. And the pitch, Klein, that ball skips in. It goes off the mask of the catcher, and a run comes in. Wild pitch sends runners all advancing 90 feet, including Amon, who trots home to score. And it's 12-7, or 12-6. The 2-2 to Klein. Strike 3 called to the inside corner. Klein thought it was inside, but the umpire rings him up. We go to the 7th inning. Nutrier on top, 12-6. Buck enters the game for New Trier to lead off here in the 7th inning. He takes ball 1. One ball and one strike. Brian Wibble still pitching for the Indians. One ball, one strike. The pitch and away, a swing and a miss. 1-2. Parker Henry, it looks like, has moved back over to third. I believe Sean Holsey is in at second. There's a swing and a miss as Wibble strikes out Buck. So one man out, and to the top of the order we go, and the batter will be Rowan Hester. So New Trier is really shifting up their lineup here, ahead by 6. One man gone, the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to shortstop. That's Eddie who's still in the game. He throws to first to retire Hester, 1 away. And now the batter will be Luke Mastros.
Now at number 33, Luke Mastros.
So New Trier really just going to the full roster sub. This ball's hit on the ground to the right side. That's into right field, a base hit. So a base hit by Mastros, and now it is Andrew Rover. Wibbles, and then we have a loose baseball that rolled out of the dugout behind home plate. So time is called. Rover in his first at-bat of the day. With a runner at first, one man out. Wibbles deals a strike. The next pitch outside a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Don't miss our next Indians baseball broadcast. That'll be Monday, March 24th, as the Indians play in their home opening game as they take on the Centralia Orphans. First pitch at 4:30. This pitch thrown back over to first. The count remains a ball and a strike. That'll be a game will be played at MHS. Come on down to the MHS baseball fields or catch the game right here on the Indian Sports Network. Again, first pitch 4:30. Here's a swing and a foul by Rover, and the count of ball and 2 strikes. Again, a couple of changes for the Indians. I was starting to mention them, and then we had some action on the field. Wibbles deals first, though, and this ball's lined to right. That's going to get down base hit. Going to third is Mastros, and he will stop there. So a base hit puts runners at the corners, and Nick Sischel will come to the plate. runners at the corners, one out for Sichel. So again, as I mentioned, Parker Henry is moved back over to third. Sean Holsey is in at second. The Indians have put Trevor Reinick in center, and Nathan Walker now playing left. One man out. A runner at first, and the pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1 to Sichel. Sichel 2 for 4 today, a double and an RBI in the 6th. He scored a run in the 6th as well. Single and a run scored in the 5th. He has also struck out twice. Both times he struck out were against Darren Klein. This ball's popped up behind the plate. Ball giving it a look, and that one's going to land in the seats. So 0-2. Game approaching. It is approaching a. This game approaches the 3-hour mark. Here in the top of the 7th inning. Got just started just before 1 o'clock, about 12:58 or so. My clock currently reads 3:54. Nothing in 2 on the pitch. A swing and a miss. A strikeout of Sichel. That'll end the inning in a scoreless frame. Here in the 7th inning, we head to the bottom of the inning. The Indians need 6 to tie and keep the game alive. It's 12-6 New Trier.
Entering division victory, number 17, Jackie Ryder.
Trevor Reinick leads off the bottom of the 7th, hits the ball on the ground to the right side. Play is made, throw to first in time. We bring you back here to the Grizzlies ballpark, top of the 7th inning. Reinick led off to bat for Jake Rudy. And now it'll be Nolan Kielbach to bat for Garrison Kramer. First pitch to Kielbach, he is in for a strike. The next delivery is foul tipped for a strike as well, so it's 0-2 the count on Kielbach. One man out, bottom of the 7th inning. Indians need 6 runs to tie to keep the game alive. The next pitch is swung on and fouled straight back. Indians now facing Jackie Ryder, the right-handed sophomore. His second appearance of the year. He's thrown an inning of work, and he has struck out a batter. 3 batters faced, all retired. Pitch is low into the dirt, ball 1 to Nolan Kilbach. The 0-2 on the way. Swinging a line drive, but that dies. It's fielded on a couple of hops by the shortstop. Throw to first in time. And the Indians down to their final out will send Brian Wibbles to the plate.
Now batting, number 7, Brian Wibbles.
Wibbles, who lined to second his first and only trip so far to the plate. That was last inning in the 6th, the inning in which the Indians did pick up 2 runs. But the first pitch from Ryder hits Wibbles square in the back, so he'll trot to first, and that'll extend the game 1 more batter. Quinn Ford will come to the plate.
Now batting, number 8, Quinn Ford.
First pitch to Ford is fouled straight back and out of play. Ford, this is his first varsity at-bat. And the 0-1 on the play is taken low and outside for a ball, 1-1. Ball, 1 strike. The pitch to Ford, swinging a ground ball back to the mound, handled there by Ryder, flips to first, and that's the ball game. The Indians fall today to the New Trevians. A final score today of 12-6. In a game that early on looked like the Indians had a handle, but the offense of New Trier came alive in the middle innings, and the Indians never recovered. We'll step aside for just a moment. We'll break it down for you in just a moment.
New to Mascoutah but open since 1972, Joe's Pizza has plenty to offer. No matter what you're in the mood for, Joe's Pizza has a variety of options for you. Check out their handmade pizzas, pastas, subs, salads, and wings located at 215 East Main in Mascoutah. Along with their delicious food, Joe's has friendly workers, a clean and safe environment, and fast and efficient service. Don't just take our word for it, look at many reviews left by members of our own community. Available for delivery or carryout. Joe's Pizza, where every bite feels like home.
Well, the Indians fell today to the New Trier Trevians. Again, a final score today of 12-6. A game in which the Indians early on really thought that they had a handle on. Indians got out to an early 3-0 lead in the first inning thanks to a Cameron Eddy infield single, a double by Austin Musso in the first. Indians picked up 3 runs in that first inning and picked up another run and made it 4-1 in the second on an RBI hit again by Austin Musso. And after 2 innings, the Indians were in control. It was 4-1. And then the third inning happened in which the Trevians just really put it on. 4 runs, 3 hits in that third inning. There was an error by Tom Harrison in left field that was really a big killer for this team. So at that point, the Trevians had the lead 5-4. They tacked on another in the 5th. And then another big 6-run inning in the 6th inning. Also had a costly error. As Caden Carpenter reached on a error that was misplayed by the pitcher Nolan Liebert. He bunted to the right side. It was misplayed by Nolan Liebert, and that led to a 6-run 6th inning And that would be that for the Trevians, who had 6 runs today. Indians would get 2 more. The Indians would get 2 more today, 2 more in the 6th on an RBI hit by Carson Ball and a wild pitch from James Berman. But all in all, it was not the Indians' day as they fall to the Trevians of New Trier by a final of 12-6. Your final lines for today. Your final lines for today, the Trevians, 12 runs, 14 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on. The Indians, 6 runs, 6 hits. They had 2 errors, both of them very costly, and they left 11 men on base. Game began today at 12:58 p.m. It ended at 4:02, and a game that lasted 3 hours and 4 minutes. We thank everyone who tuned in this afternoon. A game that did not go the Indians' way, certainly. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, though, even if the outcome wasn't what the Indians were hoping for. Our next broadcast of Indians baseball will be on Monday as the Indians open up their home schedule against the Orphans of Centralia. For now, once again, your final score: the Indians fall to the Trevians 12-6. Owen Dressler saying good afternoon and so long from Grizzlies Ballpark.